Good morning. Welcome to my class. I'm Dhina, your English teacher from BBBIS, reminding everybody to always smile and stay happy. We are about to discuss English 9 Quarter 1 Module 1 Expressing Permission, Obligation, and Prohibition using Modals. Let's start. Here's our today's objectives. As a learner of this module, you are expected to first, identify the modals expressing permission, obligation, and prohibition used in sentences and paragraphs. Second, differentiate types of modals using graphic organizer. Third, construct sentences using modals of permission, obligation, and prohibition. And last, create a mini comic story expressing permission, obligation, and prohibition. In what I know on page 1, our first activity serves as a pre-test to determine your knowledge about modals. Your whole new adventure starts here. So here's the directions. Identify modals that express permission, obligation, and prohibition. Write your answers on your module. So here is an example. In number 1, can I suggest what modal word is used in the sentence? Correct. The modal used in the sentence is the word can. Now, it's your turn. In what's in on page 2, this activity is entitled Tell Us About. You are going to write things that you are allowed to do, obliged to do, and prohibited to do. Refer to the rubric found in Appendix A on page 14 of your module. For example, what are the 3 things you shouldn't do inside the church? What have you noticed with the words inside the box? What does it express? You're right. The slanted word is called modals. A modal is a type of auxiliary or helping verb that is used to express ability, possibility, permission, obligation, or prohibition. In What's New on pages 2 to 4, there is an article that you should read and questions you should answer. Some are, how do you maintain a healthy living in this time of pandemic? What are the programs that you should do to have a healthy lifestyle? You read the introduction to a booklet on good health from the US government. This article will make you realize the importance of healthy living with proper guide that everyone must follow. Read the notes and answer the questions on your module. To help you better understand the concept on modals, you need to deepen your knowledge and understanding by discovering what the topic is all about. So, what are modals? Modals, also called as modal verbs, modal auxiliary verbs, or modal auxiliaries. These are special verbs which behave regularly in English. They are different from normal verbs like work, play, and visit. They give additional information about the function of the main verb that follows them. There are 3 types of modals according to its uses. Modals that expresses permission, obligation, and prohibition. Let's talk about the first one. Permission is consent or agreement given to a request. It is usually expressed by using modals of permission can, could, or may plus verb or the base form. Here are some examples. In number 1, can I sit in that chair please? What is the modal in the sentence? What does it express? Correct. The modal word used in the sentence is can. Someone is asking for permission to sit in that chair at once. Number 2. Can you teach me how to fix my computer? You're so good at it. What is the modal in the sentence? What does it express? The modal word used in the sentence is can. Someone is asking a request to teach him how to fix a computer. Can, we use the modal can to talk about permission or ask for things at present. Number 3. Could I open the window? What is the modal in the sentence? What does it express? The modal word used in the sentence is could. It is asking for permission to open the window. Number 4. Could I talk to your supervisor, please? What is the modal in the sentence? What does it express? The modal word used in the sentence is could. It is asking for permission to talk to the supervisor. Could is less formal than can. Number 5. May I borrow your dictionary? What is the modal in the sentence? What does it express? The modal word used in the sentence is may. It is asking politely for the permission to borrow a dictionary. Number 6. We may go out for dinner tonight. Do you want to join us? What is the modal in the sentence? What does it express? The modal word used in the sentence is may, and asking politely for permission to go out for dinner. May is a polite modal verb used to ask or give permission. Those are the modals that express permission, asking for consent, or agreement given to a request. Next, obligation is a sense of duty demanded by conscience, custom, or gratitude. These are must, have to, and should. Must, it shows that the obligation comes from the speaker and usually an avoidable requirement. Examples. In number 1, I must stop when the traffic lights turn red. So what is the modal used in the sentence? Who is the speaker? What is the unavoidable requirement in the sentence? The modal used in the sentence is must. The speaker is I. It expresses obligation of the speaker to stop when the traffic lights turn red. Number 2. I must hand in my thesis by tomorrow. What is the modal used in the sentence? Who is the speaker? What is the unavoidable requirement in the sentence? The modal used is must. The speaker is I. It expresses obligation of the speaker to hand in the thesis by tomorrow. Have to. It shows that the obligation comes from someone else, not the speaker. This usually refers to a rule or law. Examples. In number 3, we have to be at the airport at least 2 hours before the flight. What is the modal used in the sentence? From whom does the obligation comes from? The modal used in the sentence is have to. The obligation comes from the rule at the airport. Number 4. I have to work on Saturday. What is the modal used in the sentence? From whom does the obligation comes from? The modal used in the sentence is have to. The obligation comes from the company that the speaker worked in. Let's proceed with should. Should is used to express obligation or expectation. It is more of a recommendation or simply a desirable goal. Example. In number 5, I should be going now. It's getting late. What is the modal used in the sentence? What does it express? What is the recommendation or goal of the speaker? The modal used in the sentence is should. It expresses the speaker's desired goal to go because it's getting late. Number 6. We should be responsible in disposing our trashes. What is the modal used in the sentence? What does it express? What is the recommendation or goal of the speaker? The modal used in the sentence is should. It expresses the speaker's recommendation to be responsible in disposing trashes. Let's proceed to prohibition. It is an act or restraining or stopping an action by an authority. Modals used here are the same in modals of permission or obligation, but with the word not. Remember the word not. Let's proceed with the examples of prohibition. Example number 1. You must not drink alcohol at your young age. What is the modal used in the sentence? What does it express? The modal used in the sentence is must not. It expresses prohibition on drinking alcohol at a young age. Number 2. He cannot drive the vehicle in Manila without his license. What is the modal used in the sentence? What does it express? The modal used in the sentence is cannot. It expresses prohibition on driving without a license. Number 3. People should not spit anywhere because it can bring diseases. What is the modal used in the sentence? What does it express? The modal used in the sentence is should not. It expresses prohibition to spit anywhere because it brings diseases. I hope everything's clear, so we may now proceed to the following activities. And what's more, let us practice your skills in identifying and using modals that express permission, obligation, and prohibition. Write your answers on your module. Activity 1 is entitled, We Asked Politely. Here's the directions. Match each question with your corresponding answer in column B. In column A, the first question is, Can I close the window? What do you think is the answer for that question? Correct. Letter B in column B is the answer. I'm sorry, I want my window left open. It's your turn to try now. Let's proceed to activity 2 entitled It's Your Obligation. Directions. Read each sentence inside the box, then answer each of them on a clean sheet of paper. Please refer to the rubric found in Appendix A on page 14. Let's answer number 1. Number 1 is, I failed my previous exam. What should I do? What do you think is the proper answer? Great! I should review my lessons. You can now proceed to the next one. We are now in activity 3. What will you do? Here's the directions. On your module, write 2 sentences expressing prohibition when you are in the following situations. Refer to the rubric found in your module on page 8. Example. In number 1, what you should not do during community quarantine. Awesome. You should not go outside. You can now answer the rest. In what I have learned in this part of the lesson, you are going to write down the insights and learnings you have done this week. Don't forget to include the part of the topic which you want to continue learning, and the person whom you think can help you learn them. Please refer to the rubric found in your module on page 8. We are now in what I can do. Activity 1 is examining the text. The following dialogue contains modals that express permission, obligation, or prohibition. You will examine how they are used in real-life conversation to better appreciate their use. Directions. Read the dialogue entitled The Deadline on page 9. Identify the modals that express permission, obligation, or prohibition. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Here is activity 2, true or false. Decide if the statements are true or false according to the text you have read. Write true if the statement is correct and false if it is not true. First one is, Maggie has completed her project. Is it true or false? Activity 3. Organize your ideas. The direction is, using CloudFormation Graphic Organizer, differentiate the types of models according to their uses, how they are differ from one another. We are now in assessment part. To test how far you've learned in this lesson, do the given activities. Assessment 1 is, underline the modals used in each sentence. Identify the types of modals that express permission, obligation, or prohibition in each sentence. Write your answer before the number. The number 1 is, in the Philippines, you must have a driver's license to drive a vehicle. You may now continue answering. Assessment 2 is, fill in the blanks with the correct modals of permission, obligation, and prohibition. Number 1. Blank, I go at the market without a pass. What are the modals that express permission? Choose the appropriate one. You may now continue answering. Assessment 3. Write the missing word to complete each sentence. Choose your answer from the modal verbs in the box. Number 1. To apply for the financial aid called SAP or the Social Amelioration Program, you blank, fill out the form. What is the missing word in the sentence? The choices are must, should, or have to. Pick your choice. Whoa, good job! We are now on the last activity. This is entitled Comic Strip Conversation. On a short bond paper, create a short comic strip conversation that shows one of the types of models. Again, one of the types of models: permission, obligation, or prohibition. Refer to the rubric found in your module on page 11. These are the rubrics found on your modules. If you have questions, please feel free to ask. I'm more than willing to answer. Thank you for listening patiently with our discussions. Again, I'm Teacher Dhina from BBBIS, reminding everybody to always smile and stay happy. Congratulations everyone. God bless.